Welcome to Narrations. Today's film is Beetlejuice, a 1988 horror comedy directed by Burton, known for its offbeat visuals, unforgettable characters, and gothic humor. It tells the story of life after death, and why haunting the living isn't as easy as it looks. In the sleepy town of Winter River, Connecticut, a happy couple, Adam and Barbara Maitland, are enjoying a peaceful staycation in their quaint, white-painted home. Adam works on building a scale model of the town in the attic while Barbara shops for supplies. But during a quick drive to the hardware store, they swerve to avoid a dog on a bridge and crash into the river below. They return home soaked and dazed until they begin to notice strange things. They have no reflection in mirrors. A book titled The Handbook for the Recently Deceased appears on their table. And when Adam tries to leave the house, he's transported to a bizarre, sand-covered dimension filled with giant worm-like creatures. It finally hits them. Adam and Barbara are dead. Their house is now their afterlife, and they're stuck haunting it. Things go from strange to unbearable when their peaceful home is suddenly sold and taken over by the Dietz family from New York City. Charles Dietz, a stressed-out former real estate developer, wants peace and quiet. His eccentric wife Delia, an avant-garde sculptor, wants to modernize the house into a bold art statement. And then there's Lydia, Charles's goth teenage daughter, who dresses in black, writes poetry about death, and is the only one who can actually see Adam and Barbara. The Maitlands try to scare the Dietzes away with ghostly tricks, rattling chains, floating sheets, creepy moans, but nothing works. Their efforts are either ignored or mistaken for home decor inspiration. Desperate for help, they turn to the afterlife bureaucracy where they meet their sarcastic caseworker, Juno. She warns them not to seek outside help, especially not from the freelance bioexorcist known as Beetlejuice. Of course, they don't listen. Down in the model town Adam built, a miniature grave holds Beetlejuice, pronounced Beetlejuice. All it takes is saying his name 3 times to summon him. He's crude, chaotic, and wildly unpredictable. With striped clothes, moldy skin, and a dirty sense of humor, Beetlejuice promises to get rid of the Dietzes in no time. But his help comes at a cost. He unleashes chaos, turning the haunting into a carnival of horror and laughs. Meanwhile, Lydia, who's formed a bond with the Maitlands, discovers Beetlejuice's true nature and realizes he's dangerous. When her parents try to exploit the ghosts for fame and turn the house into a supernatural tourist attraction, things spiral out of control. Beetlejuice wants to return to the world of the living permanently. To do so, he tricks Lydia into agreeing to marry him since a living bride will give him power. Dressed in a blood-red tux, he starts the wedding ceremony with his trademark madness. Just in time, Adam and Barbara intervene. In a final act of bravery, Barbara rides a sandworm from the netherworld straight into the house, swallowing Beetlejuice whole and ending his rampage. Balance is restored. The Dietzes and the Maitlands find a strange peace. They learn to live together, or rather, live and haunt together. Lydia is happier, the Maitlands are at ease, and Beetlejuice, well, he ends up stuck in the afterlife waiting room with his head shrunken by a voodoo doctor. Beetlejuice is a perfect example of Burton's twisted genius, a film where the creepy is hilarious and the dead are far more likable than the living. Michael Keaton's performance is manic and unforgettable, while the practical effects and stop-motion visuals give the film a style all its own. It's weird, witty, and wonderful. Thanks for watching Narrations. If you enjoyed this hauntingly funny trip into the afterlife, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more classic movie recaps. Until next time, just don't say his name 3 times.